99% of people are not willing to do what it takes to make their dreams come true. The Marines have a saying, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. The center of bringing any dream into fruition is self-discipline. You know, something as simple as food and eating. It's not about your body as much as it is about your mind. It's getting command of your mind to be able to choose actions that are in your own best interest. Every day we are choosing that's not in our own best interest. So if the world is attacking you and the world wants to fight you and the world's trying to hold you down, so you're gonna kick yourself in the balls? So you're gonna stop yourself from getting what you dream? And I think the word discipline has kind of gotten a bad name. We think about it in terms of punishment. I'm not talking about discipline in that way. I'm talking about discipline in the sense that you forego immediate pleasure for the exchange of long-term self-respect. I believe that self-discipline is the definition of self-love. That when you say that you love yourself, that means that you have behavior towards yourself that is loving. Self-discipline is the center of all material success. You cannot win the war against the world if you can't win the war against your own mind. Self-love is when you say to yourself, man, look, I know you and that girl got a real connection. I know y'all vibe, but that's your girl's cousin. So I love you too much to let you do that. It's like you say to yourself, hey man, look, I know you want to eat that pizza and it'll be really good, you know, but I can't let you eat that, man, because if you eat that pizza, you're going to feel like shit, you know, and I love you too much to let you eat that. Self-love is, hey, look, I know you got a test on Monday, you know, and I know you really want to go out with your friends and Saturday night you want to go out, but if you fail that test, you're not going to feel good about yourself. You know, I love you too much to let you go out tonight. Self-discipline is self-love. If you want to be happy, you have to love yourself, which means you have to discipline your behavior. The road to sustained happiness is through disciplining your behavior. We tend to base our self-esteem on what other people think. And that's not really self-esteem. Self-esteem is supposed to be how we feel about ourselves. And I was just saying how dangerous it is to allow other people to determine how you're going to feel about you. And it's kind of like looking into a broken mirror. You're going to look in a broken mirror and then change your face to try to look good in this defiled, busted, broken mirror. And it just, other people's opinions is a really way to determine how we feel about ourselves.
Go to bed at night, and all throughout the day, it's one thing after another, disciplining your thoughts, disciplining your mouth, disciplining your attitude, your actions, getting your work done, and on and on and on. And so to say I'm not a disciplined person is actually not true. You have the fruit of self-control. You may not be using it, but you have it. So stop saying, I just can't control myself in that area, because what's in your power to do is in your power not to do. If you can say yes to something, you can say no to it. The choice is yours. The more you discipline yourself, God's given us self-control. He doesn't control us. He hasn't given us the right to control other people. He wants us to control ourselves. Now in 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7, a very well-known verse, it says, "For God gave us not a spirit of fear, but of power and love and self-control." Different translations say different things, but the ESV Bible, which is now supposed to be the most accurate translation, calls it self-control. Actually, the Amplified Bible, which I've used extensively for a number of years, says it this way: "For God did not give us a spirit of timidity, of cowardice, of craven and cringing and fawning fear, but He has given us a spirit of power and of love and of a calm and a well-balanced mind and a spirit of discipline and self-control." So, everybody say right now, I have discipline and I have self-control. And I use them both. Now, you know, a lot of people are very, very talented. It's amazing to me the talent that some people have. But it's also kind of a known fact, not with everybody, of course, but some people that are very talented are also very undisciplined. And I know one person, for example, she is talented in so many different things that she can't seem to settle on any one thing and really do anything with it, because she'll get halfway into that and then she gets another idea, and they're all good ideas, but sooner or later you got to harness your power and focus it into one thing. Talent without discipline is like an octopus on roller skates. There's plenty of movement, but you never know if it's going to be forward, backward, or sideways. Amen? Harry Truman said this: "In reading the lives of great men, I found that the first victory they won was over themselves. Self-discipline with all of them came first." And I don't believe that any person can do anything great just because they have natural talent, not just because they want to, until you first can manage yourself. You're not going to be able to manage anything or anyone else very well. Don't try to manage your children if you're not going to show a good example of self-control in front of them. Amen? You should be more excited about that than that, but you know. Telling our kids to do something while doing the opposite of what we told them actually does more harm than if we would have just kept quiet to begin with. Don't correct your child for lying if when the phone rings, you're going to tell them, whoever that is, just tell them I'm not here. Amen? Like I say all the time, you're all preachers, but you say a lot more with your actions than you do with your words. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. Now, you know, I think in our society, we need to toughen up a little bit. I'm going to say it again. I think we need to toughen up a little bit. So often we try to get out of hard things by just saying, well, it's just too hard. That is just an excuse, and it is a lie that Satan puts in everybody's head. I can't, it's too hard. I can't exercise, it's too hard. I can't lose weight, I get too hungry. I try to resist overspending, but I'm just weak in that area. One woman's husband had told her, I want you to stop buying things on the credit card. We've got to get out of debt. I want to get these credit cards paid off, and I want you to promise me that you will not go out to the mall and keep buying stuff. Well, she had to go out there to pick something up, and she knew she wasn't supposed to shop, but she saw a dress that, of course, was on sale, and last day on sale, and thought it was the most beautiful thing she'd ever seen. So first mistake was she tried it on. See, we got to get smarter. She tried it on, and of course it looked amazing on her, just amazing. And so she bought it, hid it, didn't tell her husband she bought it. And then he saw the bill when it came in and wanted to know what was going on. And she said, oh, honey, she said, I tried so hard to resist buying that dress, and I just couldn't. He said, well, you should have said, get thee behind me, Satan. And she said, I did, and he told me it looked better from behind than in the front.
Your freedom on the world, but you don't want to exercise it on yourself. Oh, you'll shut the world down for telling you what you can't do, but you won't say nothing to you when you don't do what you're supposed to do. You're not getting up when you're supposed to get up. You procrastinate, but you let you slide. You want to hold them accountable? Hold yourself accountable too. You always want to blame other people. You want to hold other people to the fire, but you're not holding yourself to the fire. There are things you like, you have absolutely no control. You are like a slave to you. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, why are you only giving 50%? What's wrong with you? You need to get rid of them excuses, and you need to stop pointing fingers at people. And you need to start pointing fingers at yourself. What did you not do? And the reason why we fast from time to time is not that we have to fast, but at some point, you gotta fast because you gotta tell the flesh who's in control. I'm in control. You're not in control. I know you don't want to wake up. You don't have an option. Get up. We trying to eat. There's a certain lifestyle we want. Because I owe it to myself. And can't nobody stop me but me. You are not where you want to be, not because you need any more gifts. You need to discipline yourself. You need to learn to tell you no, tell you stop, tell you quit. You got to get to a point where you're disciplined. It might require you saying no to your friends. It might require you changing your diet. Whatever it takes, you got to be willing to do it. And you keep saying you're not there because of something else, because it's easier to blame somebody else. I have to take complete ownership. I had to look at all the things that I didn't have control over and say, I got to take control. Why? When you master yourself, you put yourself in a position that a lot of people can't do what you do, and then you become rare. And diamonds are rare. That's why they cost so much.
You have to be willing to grit it out. You have to be willing to push through discomfort. Nothing that you're about to try or do that is worthwhile is going to be comfortable for you during the process of creating it. Stop with this hope, stop with this I wish, and start replacing those terms with I will fucking do, no matter what.
It's a commitment. It's not a feeling. Commitments don't have nothing to do with your feelings. You do it because you're supposed to.
It's a lifestyle. Instead of hitting that snooze button in the morning and not making your bed and not cleaning your house, you don't hit the snooze button. You get up. You don't want to go run, you go run. You don't want to go swim, you go swim. You don't want to make your bed, you make your bed. You don't want to clean your house, you clean your house. You don't want to study, you can study. That's how you start to callous your mind. It's going to suck. It's not going to be fun. Do something that sucks every single day of your life. That's how you grow.
Make every day your masterpiece. The secret of your success is determined by what we do daily.
And here's the crazy part. All you got to do is look in the mirror. All you got to do is deal with yourself, and then we're going to get to a whole other level.
Embrace the pressure. Pressure creates diamonds. Start to take the pressure that you feel for what it is you want to do and turn that into productive action. Let it be the thing that makes you get where you want to go when everybody else is just taking it easy.
No more playing after today. I need you to take control over every single area, and we're going to do it one day at a time. And you're going to get control, and then someday going to be your day.